Pooh Shiesty's former fired attorney, Bradford Cohen, fires back at the feds and says some crazy things about the feds that honestly aren't true.
All right, let's talk Pooh Shiesty. Everyone has been calling me and texting me and DMing me for an update on Pooh's case. And because this alleged video came out. So let me tell you a couple things. Number one is, I think it's pretty nasty work that there's leaks coming from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Texas on evidence that they feel will benefit their case. Of course, they're not leaking evidence that will not benefit their case.
But you're lying. It's one of Pooh Shiesty's people who leaked that shit, and they are the ones who done it. They already done snitched before. They have a whole entire federal case where they ratted before. What are you talking about? The person who snitched done this shit before. It's called pattern of behavior. The feds didn't do this, and you know the feds didn't do this. They tried this shit. Remember when Yak Gotti had the video that dropped and all that shit and everything, and everybody was blaming Fonnie Willis's office and all that shit? That wasn't Fonnie Willis' office that did that. All of these cats have discovery. The ones who are locked up in the feds can't leak this discovery. So it's only one of a couple of people, and it ain't Big 30, and it ain't his goddamn daddy. So yeah, all right, but let's continue on. Roll it.
That's the first part of that. Now let's look at the actual video itself. It does not negate my argument, my legal argument that I made at the bond hearing of whether or not this is a kidnapping case. The legal definition for federal kidnapping, this does not meet. The benefit that they're having in this video is allegedly him getting out of a contract, which he never got out of. He never used. Nothing ever happened from it. So it doesn't change my argument that this is not a federal kidnapping charge.
Shit. You dropping this dumb deal. Bro, let them know it's a done deal, bro. It's a done deal. Let them know you dropping me. I drop you. No, say it. Pooh Shiesty dropping 1017. Shout out to real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on. Bro, we just did that. That's done. What you do? You drop. You said you want to be dropped. You drop. Sign the paper. It's done.
By definition, that's a federal kidnapping charge. Gucci Mane started to walk when dude showed him like, nigga, so what are you talking about? Gucci Mane tried to leave and was not permitted to leave. And the only words that we heard was from Pooh Shiesty. So now you lying again. And I know this is what Bradford Cohen does. He tries to spin it and try to make it seem like, oh, it's something else completely. I know this because me and him went at it with the Lil Meech story. I'll make a long story short. He said, yo, you wrong saying that Lil Meech is a snitch. I said in the video what Lil Meech was doing was snitching. He tries to spin it and go, no, you're saying that he snitched is somebody in trial or on papers and all that shit. I said, no. What I'm saying is he said the gun is my little brother's gun. And then subsequently he acted like, well, we're gonna sue you if you don't change the title. I ain't suing shit. I'm not changing shit. Spank. But anyways, he's lying. Let's continue on.
This is not a federal case in itself because it can't come in with the Commerce Clause. They didn't prove anything with these cell phones that were allegedly used, that there had some sort of cell phone information, that they communicated something with a cell phone. That was not used. So all these different things take it out of the federal realm of charging a crime.
This picture shows why Gucci Mane would have signed a release deal. According to the feds, they say it's a member of Shiesty's crew holding Gucci Mane at gunpoint with an AK-47. We're also getting a look at what prosecutors say are text messages. Messages showing Shiesty recruit members of his gang to join him in the robbery. They say that first text is from Pooh Shiesty, saved under the contact name Michael Myers. He says, I need 6 certified for Saturday, pulling up on WAP, plus 2 drivers. WAP is Gucci Mane's nickname. The feds say Pooh Shiesty took $440,000 worth of Gucci's property, a wedding band, watch, earrings, and cash.
The moment that he sent the text from people to come to Texas from Tennessee, and the moment he used the phone anyways, the phone made it federal. That's what the feds are arguing. Now, if you want to make new case law and all that shit and say, well, using the phone doesn't make it federal, yes, it does. Not sorry. So you're wrong on two instances. They were there because of Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty recruited them to come from other states with the intent of what? We don't know. We'll leave that at that. But at the same time, they wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Pooh Shiesty. And the phone makes it federal. So let's finish out with this bullshit because he's just doing his Panda Bear Step Act just to keep rappers in his pocket.
That was my original argument. It's still my argument. Number 3 of my number 1, 2, and 3. One is that it's a dirty trick by the U.S. Attorney's Office to release evidence. Number 2 is that it still doesn't meet the definition. Number 3 in that realm of what is important in this alleged video is that it does not show Pooh with a weapon. Again, they said that Pooh had this AK-47, this alleged AK-47, and it doesn't show Pooh with an alleged AK-47. It shows someone else with an alleged AK-47. So there's still things in this video that still help the defense. Obviously, the video in itself, if it's proven to be the actual video, it's not something that would be exonerating in a state case and or a federal case, even though I don't think federal has jurisdiction over it. The important things are the things that are missing from that video. It looks like the alleged victims still have their jewelry on in that video. So there's a lot of things going on in that video that people really need to take a very hard look at. And when people say, oh, this guy's cooked, that guy's cooked, they're just not lawyers. They don't know how to look at videos and how to look at the evidence.
In court documents filed last week, prosecutors said they also obtained a copy of the contract Williams forced Gucci Mane to sign. Williams and his father and several others were charged in April for kidnapping, robbery, and extorting Davis in a Dallas music studio on January 10th. Williams pleaded not guilty to all charges. But if y'all look at what's highlighted, kidnapping, robbery, and extorting Davis. So I'm wondering, what the hell is he even talking about? But he does that often. And we're going to decipher all of this shit because I know exactly 100% what he's trying to do with what we call public persuasion. All right. This is why he's going to plead deal. Well, he's going to go into plea negotiations for a deal. Pardon me for butchering the first part of that. Is because we know he knows that once all the shit starts coming out, the walls start closing in. You could make an argument. You could. Because they've been trying to make the argument online. Gucci Mane was never robbed of his jewelry and all this shit and everything like that because he popped up in Alabama with shit on and all of these things. Okay. So that gets rid of the robbery part. The extortion and the kidnapping part. Now, those things right there, you can argue that in front of the court, and I believe that's what they're trying to do. That, to me, that makes the most sense. And maybe to y'all, it does as well, for it to have a dropped charge, which means lesser time. Trying to argue for the state? Well, yeah, the state would absolutely be willing to negotiate a plea deal, and it would be lesser time. That's what that would be. That's exactly what would happen. But it's not going to get knocked down to the state. It's definitely going to stay fed, and it is a federal case. So there's that. But Bradford Cohen's best point that he has is you don't see Pooh Shiesty with a damn Drake. Okay. But you don't have this scenario or situation had... I almost said some shit. You don't have this situation had Pooh Shiesty not told a Big 30 to go get the bag containing the firearms, which is conspiracy. That's what that is. But hey, what do I know, man? I'm just Ceddy Nash. I'm just a hood lawyer. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, let me know y'all thoughts on this one. Bradford Cohen's firing back at the feds. I think it's nothing but a tactic and a ploy to stop people from saying essentially this. Pooh Shiesty's cooked. Pooh Shiesty's cooked on all charges when he's only cooked on maybe 1 or 2 charges. That's really what I decipher from that. But maybe y'all got something else. Maybe y'all can point something else out that I missed. But y'all, let me know. But god dang, we called this shit January 15th, January 16th. Everybody called me a liar. There is no video. There is no this. There is no that. All of this shit. None of this surprises me. But I do have to pretend that, oh my gosh, wow. And for certain people in the comments saying, no, you switched this, you switched that. Listen to me clearly, okay? I react to motions. And then I always say, if they're able to do this, I'm very careful and concise with my words. So if you're going to quote me, please quote me directly. But if you're not, this shit, fuck it. Ceddy Nash said a whole bunch of shit I didn't say. Told y'all, the video existed. Told y'all, Gucci Mane got robbed. Told y'all all of this shit. But hey, it is what it is. Subscribe, turn on bell, stay notified, share to keep your people aware. We are 10K away from winning one of these 2 things. Just the Xbox and PlayStation Bank. So make sure you subscribe today, comment on every video, like every video, share every video, and you automatically enter to win. But you gotta do it every single video, every single time. That's it. But I click right here to see how we caught it already. So I don't know what y'all want me to do. Click right here for that video for the full raw reaction, or click right here for the playlist to get you through your day. Happy Thursday. Atlanta, what's up, man?